speaking to you all about why we should all be a feminist. Before I give my speech, I was going to ask to put your hand up if you do consider yourself a feminist and keep your hand down if you don't. Okay. Feminism is often seen as a topic of conversation to avoid because many people think it causes controversy. However, this should not be the case. There's an automatic subconscious link between the prefix femi and females, making many people choose not to associate themselves with it because they think it's a movement for women only. But I'm going to redefine it for you. The Oxford English Dictionary states that feminism is supporting the belief that women should have the same rights and opportunities as men, which is much more reasonable. The prefix femi is used as, for so long, men have had more rights than women, so the fight is to bring women up to the same level, not drag men down. A question many people often ask is, well, aren't we pretty much equal? The straightforward answer is no, and I've researched a study called the data gap to show you this. For most of history, there's only been one perspective recorded. The lives of men have been used for generations to give an overall representation of a population, leaving massive female-shaped absences in the timeline. For example, in history, you learn about man the hunter, but you never understand what women are doing during this period of time. The silence is evident everywhere, from films to books to TV to literature, and it now affects the everyday lives of women. The first example of this is in the police force. In the police force, you have to wear stab-proof vests and safety harnesses, and they test these on men, with the only requirement thinking needed to be met for women is a smaller size. But this ignorance completely disregards the difference in women's thigh sizes, hip sizes, chest sizes, and actually resulted in a British police officer being stabbed and killed in 1997. Since this, loads of other British police officers have come forward and said their stories, and one woman actually said that she got a breast reduction surgery just so that she could fit into her PPE. Another example of this is women in car crashes. For car crash simulators, they use the average male as a test dummy. So with these car crash simulators, they've showed that women are actually 47% more likely to be seriously injured in a car crash and 17% more likely to die due to the way we sit in our cars or like the different vertebrae in our neck. The other day I was reading an article about a professor of anthropology, and she had an antler, and in it had 28 markings in it, and they had advertised this as a man's first attempt at a calendar. But she was looking at it and she was saying, what man would need to know when 28 days have passed? This is obviously a woman's first attempt at a calendar. Feminism is a movement to bridge the gap these studies so blatantly highlight. Many people claim that they want equality, but they would not consider themselves a feminist, with no real reason as to why. I think this is because of the negative stigma society has created around the word, making the fight almost shameful for women, when in reality is it not more shameful to not be a feminist. The data gap is a really small part of first world inequality. In countries such as India, it's legal for men to rape their wives without any consequences. In countries such as Sudan, 10-year-old girls are expected to marry 40-year-old men. And even in the US, rapists can claim parental rights. So my question to you is, in a world so geared towards men, why would you choose not to be a feminist? Thank you.